Welcome back, punters. Part 3 of the Punt Pals podcast, and this is our section where we start to talk about all the big bets across the weekend, including our Dublin bets, our 2-to-1 bets, our WA same-game multis, and, of course, our goal kickers multi. So we're looking to bounce back after last week, and we start with the Dublin. Robbie, what are we thinking for you this week, mate?
Yes, I've had a very hard think about this, to be honest, Nick. I've been going back and forth in my head how I'm going to roll, and in the end, I thought, do you know what, let's do a one-legger. It's been successful for me the last couple of weeks. So the Western Bulldogs at $2 to beat Geelong. Geelong, I reckon, even though they won last week, they have been a bit shaky lately, and the Dogs just zinging along, playing elite footy. So put that in for your Dublin at 2-to-1 and walk your way to the bank.
Keep it nice and simple, mate, eh?
Keep it nice and simple. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm probably going to keep it complicated, like I did last week. I really like the Suns against the Saints at $1.50. I think the odds are wrong there. I think they should get it done, and I think Dockers should beat a terrible Port side who have been well out of form at $1.33. So, Suns versus Saints head-to-head, Dockers versus Port head-to-head gets you $2.05, mate, and that's my Dublin for the weekend.
Beautiful. And the one thing I like about that, we're not going against each other, so we can both get onto the Dublins and really cash in this week. So love your work there, Nick. Well done.
Thanks, mate. We'll multi them together as well, as we usually do.
Now, last week you concentrated on the on the Freo side of WA multis, and I concentrated on Eagles. But do you know what? I've just gone a bit rogue, and I've pretty much just got a Dockers WA
Lovely.
same game multi. Sorry, it will probably mirror yours, but I don't know why I did this in the end. I just thought I'll put Baker and that in later. Oh no, I know the reason I did it, because when I was putting this together, the odds weren't out yet, so I'll probably just add a couple in there anyway.
Well,
So
wouldn't have anything to do with the fact the Eagles are $11 either on the weekend, would it?
that could be something around it as well. No, but my regulars always do well. Marek will get 20 plus. He wasn't in there at the time, but we'll get him in there, and Cripps will kick a goal. Along with Brayshaw, 25 plus at $1.27. Clark, 20 plus at $1.33. And Sarong, 25 plus at $1.38. You get $2.37 for that. I'm going to add my two Eagles in there as well, in Baker to get 20 plus and Cripps to kick a goal. And that'll probably get me about $4 or something. So that's beautiful. You can probably actually do those odds in your head without even looking.
Yeah, $5.24, mate. Boosted $5.52.
Thank you very much. What are you thinking?
I'm going to add Bolton anytime to yours, and Tracy for 2, just given Port lack key defenders. They've been exposed deep forward in the recent weeks. So I think Bolton anytime, Tracy 2, Brayshaw and Sarong 25 plus. Clark 20, and Jackson, he's going to be the solo ruckman. I think he'll easily get 15 plus. So that's $3.75. I did back one at $6.80 last week, so I'm flying a bit further from the sun as I got scolded last week by Ryan and Dudley, mate.
Love that from you. Love that from you. And you've gone to town on the goal kickers this week. Fire away. Like, this is a big multi.
It is, mate. And I think it needed to be, because we've missed the last 3 or 4. This is the one that's going to get us back in the black. So we start off with the Cats and Dogs. I think this is going to be a very high-scoring game. I'm expecting Jeremy Cameron to kick a bag. I'm going to have him 2 plus. He kicked 7 last week, of course. Dempsey, anytime. He's been consistent, 2 last week. Riley West, anytime. He kicked 4 last week. And the Bont, anytime. He kicked 8 in his last 5 games. So they're the 4 for the Cats versus Dogs. We then go to Blues versus GWS. Charlie Curnow, 2 plus. He's kicked 2 plus in his last 5. We then go to Hawks and Brisbane. Gunson anytime. He's had a little bit of a spell out in the paddock, the old fella there, Gunson, and I think he'll bounce back. He'll be very fresh. He's kicked 3 plus in his last 5. He'll be on the scoreboard anytime. And then a couple more to finish. Zerha anytime in North versus Pies. He's kicked 12 in his last 5 games, and I can't have Larky, so Zerha's my man. Crows versus West Coast. Fogarty 2. Should dine out in the West Coast backline. And then Ben Long 2. So Cameron 2, Dempsey anytime, Riley West anytime, Bont anytime, Curnow 2, Gunson anytime, Zerha anytime, Fogarty 2, and Ben Long 2. That's a long multi, but it's $11.50, and I love it.
Bravo, sir. Love that. Very well done. Get us back well in the green.
I think so, mate. I think so. I've been diving deep into the stats for this one, so if it lets me down, I'll be scratching my head big time.
Love that. So that brings us to the end of the week. Really enjoying the way we're doing it, mate. Of course, on Tuesday, we had our round 10 review. Yesterday, all our bankers, don't trust, and tips for the weekend. And, of course, just our multis today. So it's a three-pronged attack here on the Punt Pals podcast. We've done it well once again, and extra kudos to you because you've battled sickness this week, Nick Ristovic, which is a big one as well. So good stuff, mate.
Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Good luck to all the punters out there. Get us around us on the socials there. The Facebook page is a good one to post your own tips or follow ours. And, mate, if you are going to have a little wager over the weekend, make sure you do it responsibly, of course.
Good from you. Like a true tab touch man, that's for sure. Anyway, mate, have a good weekend. We'll reconvene with all our winners on Tuesday.
Thanks, mate. Good luck out there, punters.